Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, overdose death rates drop in Manchester and Nashua. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Back in the day, Bell-Tates knew that if we provided quality products and honest service, customers would come back again and again. Have things changed? Sure. But what hasn't is Bell-Tates' commitment to giving you a fair price and friendly service. Visit us at belltates.com.
So many people focused on saving lives in the midst of the drug crisis. Some good news is a sign that their efforts are working.
Year to date, we are now down in fatalities over the period of time that's gone by in a year. So that's encouraging news that less people are dying from overdoses.
That's the good news from the most recent round of overdose numbers from across the state. In Manchester, 3 people died from opioid overdoses in May. Overall, OD deaths are down 26% in the last year. And in Nashua, a similar trend. Deaths are down 2% in the last year.
We continue to bring awareness to it. There are a lot of people working real hard to get people into treatment, and I'm hopeful that we're turning that corner.
While lives are being saved, the latest numbers show overdoses in general are on the rise. Manchester ODs are up 11% in the last 365 days and up 9% in Nashua. The CEO of Gatehouse, a treatment center in Nashua, says opioids are still a hurdle far from being overcome.
We try to make beds available, but we do have a high number of calls, and that average age is still 18 to 29, and a lot of people still trying to overcome, especially with opioids. It's still probably 90% of our caseload here.
He and others say the difference in saving lives has been making treatment more readily accessible. And people have been using safe stations in Manchester and Nashua. That new report showing there have been well over 5,000 visits of people seeking help to get over their addictions. Live in Manchester, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Motorcyclists died after police pursuit through 2 towns. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston. Looks like we're having a
Check this out. One room of beautiful North American hardwood flooring installed for just $9.99. That's right. And this isn't just any hardwood. This is genuine Armstrong hardwood, the most trusted name in flooring. Call National Floors Direct at 888-400-FLOOR.
This is live video footage from the scene. A 29-year-old motorcyclist was killed Friday night after he crashed through the fence of a Maynard home and hit a tree. The crash occurred after a police followed the motorcyclist through 2 towns as he drove at a high rate of speed. The Middlesex County District Attorney's Office said the incident happened just after 8:15 p.m. Friday. According to investigators, the motorcyclist was speeding down Great Road in Stowe. Police said a search of the license plate of the motorcycle showed the registration did not match and make and model of the motorcycle it was attached to it. The district's attorney office said after the man failed to stop, still police followed the motorcycle into Maynard. Investigators said the operator of the motorcycle lost control and crashed through the fence of a Maynard home in the area of Waltham Street in Wood Lane and then collided with a tree. The operator of the motorcycle, a 29-year-old Maynard man, was pronounced dead at the scene. The district's attorney's office said speed appeared to have been a factor in the crash. One killed in incident at Sanford baseball field. A man was killed at Goodell Park where a baseball game was happening by a woman who at one point drove her car on the field, police said. That driver, 51-year-old Carol Sharrow of Sanford, is in custody and faces a primary charge of manslaughter, police said. Officers said the victim was 68-year-old Douglas Parkshire of West Newfield. Authorities said Parkshire died from his injuries on his way to the hospital. Police were interviewing dozens of witnesses and reviewing cell phone video reported to capture the crash, Sanford police said. That cell phone video shows a car driving around the infield as onlookers scream for the person to get off the field. Police say she drove into a closed gate, then sped through the main gate and drove onto the field during the game. Backlash from allies, business associates over steel and aluminum tariffs. The White House officially implemented steep tariffs on steel and aluminum imports from the European Union, Canada, and Mexico on Friday, but not without swift backlash from businesses and allies around the world. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.